After more than 30 years in gastroenterology, from Harvard to Stanford, and through thousands of colonoscopies I've personally performed, I've come to a realization that's both fascinating and a little funny. Sometimes the biggest culprit behind acid reflux, those sleepless nights with burning in your chest, isn't some fancy meal at all. It's just a simple can of soda. I remember one patient, about 58 years old, who came to see me looking completely worn out. He said, "Doc, every night I wake up with this burning in my chest. I can't breathe, I have to sit up, and I just can't fall back asleep. I'm scared it might be my heart." But after asking a few more questions, I realized the real issue. Every evening he'd drink a can of soda, thinking it would help him digest his dinner. That little, harmless habit was the very thing keeping him up at night. Have you ever felt that burning in your chest, like fire creeping up your throat? Most people assume it's from spicy food, or maybe a weak stomach. But the truth is, soda is often one of the silent culprits behind it. I want you to picture this. When you drink soda, the gas inside expands your stomach like a balloon. And here's the thing, our stomach doesn't have endless room to stretch. Once it's overfilled, the pressure pushes against the lower esophageal sphincter, that little door that's supposed to keep acid from coming back up. With age, that door naturally weakens. Add the extra pressure, and acid has nowhere else to go but up. That's why so many older patients ask me, "Doctor, I eat normally, so why do I still get heartburn?" And the answer is often simpler than they expect. They're still drinking soda, carbonated beverages, or even sparkling water, thinking it's cleaner. But physiologically, they all create the same pressure. Science shows this clearly. Just a 20 to 30% increase in stomach pressure can double the frequency of reflux. And for people over 50, when digestion isn't as sharp as it used to be, the effect is even more noticeable. That's why I hear so often, "When I was younger, I could drink soda all the time with no problem. Now, just one small can keeps me up all night." I often tell my patients, if you want to protect your sleep, give your stomach some peace. Instead of soda, choose plain water or a gentle herbal tea like chamomile or ginger. These don't just calm the body, they also help your digestion run more smoothly. I understand, letting go of soda can be tough, but think back. How many times have you clutched your chest, gasping for breath, worrying that something serious was wrong, when in fact the real culprit was sitting right there in that can of soda? Life after 50 already has enough challenges. Aching joints, lapses in memory, financial stress, children to care for. Do you really need a can of soda to add to that burden? So the next time someone offers you an ice-cold soda, pause for a second and ask yourself, do I want a minute of fizz or a night of restful sleep? The choice is yours. And sometimes that simple choice is what shapes your long-term health. There's one habit I believe many of us fall into, especially after the age of 50, and that is lying down right after a meal. It sounds harmless, even comforting, but in reality it's one of the worst combos for your stomach. It's a big reason acid reflux becomes an unwelcome companion at night. I remember a patient, a 62-year-old woman, who would often call me in the evenings. "Doctor, I eat dinner, lie down to rest for a bit, and within just 15 minutes my chest feels like it's on fire. I can't breathe, and my throat burns." When I asked her more, she said, "I've done this my whole life. Lying down after a meal always felt relaxing. But that short moment of comfort was costing her an entire night of sleep because the acid kept flowing back up into her esophagus." Have you ever done this? You finish a meal, your stomach feels full, and all you want is to sink into the sofa, watch a little TV, or even close your eyes for a quick nap. But within minutes, that burning sensation creeps in. Burping, fire in your throat. That's not by accident. When we lie down right after eating, gravity, the silent gatekeeper that normally keeps acid in the stomach, stops doing its job. Acid slips more easily into the esophagus, especially as we get older, and the valve at the bottom weakens with age. I often explain it to my patients this way. Your stomach is like a water bag. When you hold it upright, the liquid stays at the bottom. But lay it flat, and the water easily spills out. That's exactly what happens in your body when you lie down too soon after a meal. Science has confirmed this. Lying down right after eating can double or even triple your risk of reflux, particularly within the first 2 hours. And after age 50, when digestion slows down, stomach acid lingers longer, making the problem even worse. That's why I tell my patients, give your stomach time to do its job. Wait at least 2 to 3 hours after eating before lying down. If you feel tired, sit and relax, or take a slow walk around the house. These small choices not only protect you from reflux, but also help digestion work more smoothly. Just imagine, instead of tossing and turning through another restless night, one simple change, sitting up or walking lightly after dinner, could give you a peaceful sleep. And after 50, what's more precious than a good night's rest? So next time you're tempted to just lie down for a bit after a meal, remember, it may be a trap that steals your health. Be patient for a couple of hours, and your body will thank you all night long.